I'm a little bit disappointed though, Tomikus.
Because there's no teaser prototypes.
No, not even that. I was just hoping ZvZ would look a little bit different than what we're used to. I mean,
Yeah.
aside from the economy changes, there's not been a lot of unique Legacy of the Voidness to this, other than like, okay, well, Ravagers kind of came out towards the end.
Yeah. It's I guess I kind of foresaw the problem, and I was like, oh god, no, Zergs are gonna dominate here. But it would have been so nice to see someone try something different. I mean, even like the Nidus Worm change could be used, you know, and no one's using that.
Oh, we might actually, you know what, Bly, because he was doing a lot of Nidus from play in Heart of the Swarm right now. So maybe.
Yeah.
He's also a guy who likes going Bermudas. I mean, if there was one man who was probably going to change it up, he'd be spawning here in the top left corner of the map as the Red Zerg player, Acer Bly.
In the bottom right. Wait, who is this? Is it Tomikus? Wait, who is this?
Okay, so their name was Julie in chat. Apparently they're beyond in-game.
But it's actually
really
Tomikus?
Yeah.
Define, he's the blue Zerg Tomikus.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's just
Okay.
a lot of question marks getting raised when it comes to a lot of this Legacy of Void stuff. But yo, thanks to the next level, not one extractor trick, but double extractor tricks. Wow! Radical.
Well, I'm gonna be surprised to ever see early aggression, you know? I'm always kind of hoping, because it leads to really funny games, for a 10 pool or the 8 pool or something. And we're gonna see a 12 pool. So at some point, we have to see a 12 pool, and it's just gonna be the lamest thing in the world, isn't it? I'm just so disappointed.
The Lings will get there, but because there's more drones, they can actually handle them.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many drones just like surround. It's like, what's up?
Twice as many drones as normal, biatch. But seriously, I wouldn't be shocked if this started off with Ling aggression again. I would definitely love to see something else come out of this, though. Bly already showed us some cool tactics earlier. Perhaps willing to go earlier Roaches for quicker Ravagers. Or maybe he decides to go Mutas. I mean, there's still a lot of ways this match can play out. But the one nice thing is, though, no matter where ZvZ leads us in the coming months, as long as the Viper keeps the conceptual idea of the parasitic bomb in some form or another, it does mean Mutalisk versus Mutalisk are not going to be as crazy or as one-sidedly stupid.
Yeah. I actually agree. You could say that it's very difficult to get up to Hive and Vipers when Mutas are already so gas intensive. The first person who stops making Mutas for like Infestors, for instance, actually is very at risk of just losing straight up. The Vipers are literally so good against it, like Irradiate's so good against Mutas, then that would actually be totally worth it if you could get up there.
Parasitic Bomb is, man, my probably favorite Zerg skill right now outside of Adrenal Glands.
Yeah.
It wrecks Mass Phoenix. It really hurts carriers and Warp Prisms pretty badly.
Well, we all know Irradiate was a fun spell because it was in Breed War. So, it's basically what it is.
No, Zemmergo. It's a parasitic bomb. You bomb your opponent with parasites. Isn't that obvious? What are you talking about Brood War?
Freaking, it's a bug bomb.
Yeah, it literally is. Battling this coming out of Bly, though. And we'll see. I guess 3.5 minutes seems to be the new timing for these attacks. Because again, a lot of Lings darting across the map. A couple Banelings being morphed in here towards the third. And Tomikus, sorry, beyond. Tomikus going to try and get a bit of a wall-off up. Might just be a little bit too late. We'll see.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Still not that many Lings, so it's not like you can take this on. In fact, the Banelings want to be able to get in there. Get past the Queens.
Yeah, the Creep Chimera was a bit of a scumbag, but you know, despite this beyond, he's behind in drones by quite a bit because it was Bly felt comfortable enough to drone in the first place. He's lost about 4 on top of it, so it's actually starting to add up to a pretty big lead in drones.
Yeah. It also led to Tomikus making very useless Lings, you know? That was a panic move right there. They don't have speed.
Yeah, but I guess it's better than nothing when you're on the verge of dying.
But he wasn't on the verge of dying. That's the thing. It's like it was like 8 Lings, man. Like, yeah, you lose some drones, but he was not. His drones cleaned it up by the time the Lings popped out.
I think it's more about not knowing whether there was a follow-up, though, right? I mean,
well, that's true.
Look at his Overlord spread. It's non-existent. He has no idea if there was something else coming out of that natural base.
Okay, to his eyes, yes, but that's the point, though, is that you made them make a terrible move.
Yeah, yeah. bait him into the overproduction. We've seen it all too many times. Defense goes well for Bly. Both players look like they are going to be looking towards Roaches this game, though, and likely Ravagers to accompany them. So Bly getting his Roach one up a little bit later, but Burrow starts up much sooner because Beyond prioritized ranged weapon upgrades.
You know, sometimes really there's funny things that happen. Like, you send a Zealot out and it meets the Reaper, and you're like, well, that's screwed. You send a Stalker out, it meets a Cyclone. Oh, that's screwed. You send slow Lings out, there's a Baneling. Well, that's screwed.
Yeah, it's just like, well, okay, I guess these guys weren't meant to live.
This is not meant to happen. Oh, Bly is has a lot of control over this game. Again, like the supplies are kind of evening out here, but he has a faster third. He's getting Burrow. It's gonna be good tech later on. Does he have a Roach Warren, or is he just gonna try and he does a Roach Warren? And Tomikus, I feel like his better bet would actually not be trying to get up to like speed roaches and calmly take a third, but rather actually to all in, because the third's gonna be pretty late, and Bly's going to have his own roaches soon enough.
Look how annoying he's been, by the way. I think that there. Tries to sneak in a couple of Banelings, gets another drone kill while this goes on. I mean, ultimately he is cleaned up out of the base, but not before killing 8 workers total over his opponent, and that's pretty much exactly his lead right there.
A couple Overseers for Bly. I guess when you get Burrow, you remember that they could also have Burrow.
Yeah,
don't want to get caught off guard. But his Roach count is kind of skyrocketing here. He's gone above the army supply. His upgrade is not going to be as quick, but that should be timed out. Like, he'll just wait a couple of seconds if he does decide to push in until his own +1 finishes. This third base is just a really big deal for Tomikus. He has nothing else going for him, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to scout Bly finishing this. The nice scout, though, is that it's not mining yet, so he's not totally behind, but Roaches are really close to getting that speed increase. Yeah. It's like revving the engine now, like, and then, well, like that's 2 seconds too early, but NASCAR sounds. Whoosh, whoosh.
My ears are starting to bleed right now. I swear to God.
I'm sorry. But no, seriously, they do go so fast. It's hard to keep up with this. Even though there's the Overseer, he's going to have to dance between 2 different bases. He can't split the detection that well. There's no, I mean, you have to leave the Roaches camp in the mineral line, which means there's no defense on that third. And if ZvZ had anything else out, or probably not ZvZ, Bly, had anything else out, he would just run to that third and kill it.
Well, there's a ton of minerals and gas right now. Bly, macro, please.
Yeah, that's what I was really wondering. Maybe this attack was also scout to gauge what he needed to do. If you see that layer and you realize, oh, he actually went for a Spire, or he's gone quicker Hydras or something. So, makes 14 roaches pretty much right away. Use that gas, use those minerals.
Or the macro player, who's not paying attention. Well, wait, this is Nurcon mode.
Yes, he is the macro player.
6 more drones on the way for Bly is going to increase his drone lead quite a bit. We don't have Tomikus trying to get to Ravagers, although he is trying to do the same Burrow trick, but remember that Bly got Overseers earlier on. Yeah, the Roach is just kind of camping out. Not sure if he'll just unburrow go for the kill now. Bly's a very patient player. I've seen him wait like upwards of 10 minutes to unburrow Roaches in a mineral line before, so... No. Right now, he might be waiting for drones to transfer. He might be waiting to see those Ravagers clearly across the map so he can safely do this. I'm sure did go down. I don't think that's the cue. Unburrows. Gonna go for the natural simultaneously. Oh, that is Tomikus' cue to just say, F it. Let's try and attack here, but there are so many Ravagers, there's so many Roaches.
Good splits on both sides, too. Dodges all over the place.
I actually couldn't tell if someone just accidentally friendly fired or they're just really good shots, but in fact, this is going slightly in favor of Tomikus right now. Where are the Roach reinforcements for Bly?
Well, finishing up in just a second. His upgrade's a little bit behind, too, but neither of which are going to be involved with this fight.
Ooh, there's a really good shot on one Ravager right there, but it looks like with the reinforcements and a couple of more of those blasts, he will be able to clean this up.
Yeah, good blasts. Beyond, aka Tomikus just walk into it. Third base still under pressure, natural base getting attacked by the Roach Burrow once again. And despite the fact that Bly was the one who really took the brunt of the army, he's the one who ends up with the worker lead once again, and by a very significant amount. 20 workers killed so far.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Oh, Roach is still doing the harassment. They're going to be able to get this third. And Tomikus, I mean, he fell behind in this game quite early on. And unlike the other matchups that we've seen, without much use of the new units, there doesn't seem that much of a comeback opportunity. It's the same as Heart of the Swarm. So it's like, is a little easy to call. Beyond, or Tomikus, damn it. Again, might have been better off just going for the all-in instead of getting that lair. You know, the Banelings, well, he didn't have speed, so maybe not. Or Baneling us, but, you know, Baneling Roach all-in might have caught Bly off guard as opposed to just trying to get this really late third down.
Well, it's not quite spiraled out of control just yet, but it is one of those things where Bly, in whatever his next attack may be, is going to have so many more roaches that it will be pretty much the end of it. He is chasing down the middle of the map right now. What little roaches there are out of beyond.
That was kind of cool. Did the force field of changelings?
Yo, I did that stuff yesterday. Did you see that? Are you proud of me?
I did, because you basically made me look. You're like, Zyric, look at me!
Look at the thing I did! Alright, roaches are going to get fully started. GG, game number 1 is going to go to Bly. But, new rule, Lycan League, all the Zergs have to be on one half of the bracket.